So Burna Boy is finally learning the hard way that you have to respect your fans. I think the Afrobeat community is going through a downtime. Let's talk about it.
Every artist have a story, whether you're the smallest artist or the biggest artist. What will define you is your preparation. The great Nipsey Hussle once said, luck is just being prepared at all times, so when the door opens, you're ready. This is my journey. You think I'm playing?
Greetings one and all, it's Dagger aka Red Robe tapping in with you one time. How are you doing out there? Hope all is well. So Burna Boy is finally receiving the repercussions of his behavior. This, I feel, is not a good moment for the Afrobeat community, but I do feel like the Afrobeat community is going through a downtime. And we're gonna expound on that later in the video. But for now, I want to talk about Burna Boy. Because, like, this been going on for quite some time, mind you. Like, Burna Boy has been, people have been talking about Burna Boy, like his behavior and the way he moves. You know, people have been talking about this for a while. You know, people from Nigeria, but now we're finally hearing people in the West talk about it, you know, in America talk about it. We're finally seeing what people have been talking about. Now, if you didn't know, recently Burna Boy was at a concert and somebody, a fan or somebody, was sleeping in the front row. And the Burna Boy proceed to call them out and kick them out. Let's check the video out.
Doing this shit because we're fucking doing it and we love it, you understand? So when I stand up here and I see you over there with your girl sleeping in front of me, it pisses me the fuck off, man. You understand? So please take that the fuck off. Yeah? Fast now. Take her home, take her home, take her home. Bro, I'm not doing no more song until you take her home, bro. Real life. Alright, take her the fucking piss, bro. Bro, hurry up, man. One lie, I'm not doing another song. One lie.
Burna Boy, you know, called out that fan, and you know, he didn't really like the fact that the person was sleeping in the front row, and he said to take that home. He called the security, had them kicked out of the show and stuff. And you know, I think that's the straw that broke the camel's back, because I searched online and I saw a whole bunch of videos of Burna Boy kicking his fans. Hold up, check these out. So yeah, it looks to me like Burna Boy was doing this whole fan disrespect thing for a while now. He didn't just start doing this, because most of these concerts were like in Africa, in Lagos, where he's from. And kicking fans, you know, I don't think that that's the type of reputation you want to have when you're an artist. Like, fans are the most important part of your career. Like, if you don't have no fans, you don't have no career. So I don't understand why he was kicking people. But I do feel like this is the behavior that Burna Boy been doing for some time. He been kicking fans, pushing them off stage, and just basically just disrespecting the fans. And even after a cat just jumped in here. Sorry, man, I got cats in my studio. Anyways, even after that, yo, cat, no, you gotta get down. Even after that, Burna Boy went on live and said, said a whole bunch of things. He said that he's not begging any fans. He's not a stripper. People want to treat him like a stripper. A stripper, he's not begging fans. If you don't have no money, don't come to my concert. You know what I'm saying? So it seems to me like he didn't care that these things happen, and he could have just easily just apologized. He could have just said, hey, look, man, I was going through a tough time. I was going through a tough situation, and to come out and see somebody sleeping there, maybe ticket sales was down and I didn't feel good about it, and then come out and see somebody sleeping there, it pissed me off a little bit, and I was wrong, and I apologized, and even do something for that fan, because it turned out that that fan was going through something, like they had just lost a family member or something, and they were pretty busy, and they spent a long time getting to that show to come out and see Burna Boy, who's probably like one of their favorite artists. So for him to react that way, kick the fan out, and then go on live and say, hey, I don't need you, that's where the backlash started. And then Burna Boy started losing ticket sales. So the backlash came swift and fast after a while. Like, people had enough. And I think this is a very teachable moment, if you ask me, for any artist that wants to use the vehicle. Now, the vehicle I'm talking about, the vehicle is the American audience, or the Western audience, whatever you want to call it. Now, if you want to use that vehicle to get your career to the top, because trust me, access to the American audience is a big deal. Like, everybody wants access to the American audience, because when you have the American audience, you could get rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have a lifestyle that would be full of riches and fame and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could have all that when you get access to the American audience. But it comes with one condition: respect. So for any artist, I'm telling this for any artist that's not from America, when you come here and you want to access this American audience, you want the American people to love you, respect you, buy your concert tickets, buy your albums and stuff, you just got to respect them. Having the audience, the American audience, comes with respect. Like, you have to respect your fans. You have to respect the people that support you. Now, if you're not going to respect your fans, how you going to have a career? So Burna Boy is receiving tremendous backlash for this behavior, like, kicking fans off stage, saying you don't need fans. And I think his behavior is finally catching up to him, and he's finally, I think he got, the old people used to say he got a little bit too big for his britches. He got too big for his britches. He needs to be humbled, and that right there, this right here will humble him, because a year of not receiving good concert tickets, record sales and stuff, just a bad year, could really, really dull your career, down. So I feel like this is the teachable moment for the AfroBeat community, for any artist that's coming to the American scene and stuff. Respect your audience, respect your fans, because trust me, people in the West won't put up with that. Like, you could kick people off stage in Africa and say what you want in Africa and disrespect people, and people will still come out and love you, because I guess that's how you move over there. But when you come over here, you can't do that. You cannot do that. And these people let Burna Boy know quick and fast that that's not gonna fly here. I already see him doing stuff to try to, to try to clean it up a little bit. I saw that he's paying for somebody's hospital bill or something. So I think he's definitely trying to clean it up. Now, right now, I feel like the AfroBeat community is going through a downtime. They're getting hit with a lot of backlash and stuff. Like even Tyla, you know what I'm saying? Even Tyla been having her tough time in the game right now. Like after she was on the Breakfast Club and
school me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean? Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too. I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. I like the character. That's good. That's even better.
You know, and over in South Africa, when you're mixed, if you're mixed with white and black, you know, they call it a whole different class. They call those people colored or something like that. But over here, you're black. You're black. Like if your dad is black, your mom is black, but some other parent is some other race, you're black. You know what I'm saying? That's the rules over here. That's what they said. They said once you got they call it the one drop rule. Once you got one single drop of blackness in you, you're black. You know what I'm saying? So trying to access the American audience but not relate to them, or not trying to see their side of the story of being black in America, and you come here and you want to access them but you don't want to identify with them, that's not a good look. So she's receiving backlash for that. I think her whole career slowed down after. And then the third one now is Rema. I mean, you know, and I think it happened sometime last year when he was on the J. Cole concert. He felt disrespected and left the stage.
AfroBeat is way too big to move like this. You feel me? I don't take no rubbish. I respect my fans. I'm not moving like this, alright? I'm gonna wish you in this show. You have disrespected me and disrespected AfroBeat by treating you guys like this. I'm out. I love you.
He felt disrespected for whatever reason. I think he said they didn't give him a proper sound check or something like that. But I do feel like as an artist, if you want a proper sound check, you gotta come early. He probably didn't even show up for a sound check, and then he's trying to blame people for having a bad sound. I don't know, man. I'm not judging the kid. But anyways, man, like these are the forerunners, the people at the forefront of AfroBeat. The only one that I feel like is doing okay, and you know, I haven't seen any bad press about her, is Thames. I didn't see any bad press about her. I think people are still showing her love, but I also think that she's showing respect back to people, and that's why she's having such a positive feedback with her career. But I don't think that Rema, Burna Boy, and Tyla is having a good time. I don't think they're having a good time right now with the music thing. I think they're definitely getting crushed. But this is a teaching moment. And you know, when Buju Banton said that the Afrobeat genre, they wasn't really singing anything of substance. And then even Burna Boy, he said it too. You know what I'm saying? And he received backlash for that from Africans. Africans says, well, how could you say that? But he was being honest. He said, you know, it's just about a good time. You know what I mean? And Buju received like tremendous backlash for saying that the genre didn't have any substance. And I think all these things happening right now comes back to that. So this is a young genre. It has a lot to do. It has a lot of growing to do. And I feel like this is the teaching moment for the next generation of Afrobeats artists. How to move, what to do, what not to do. Respect your fans. You know, try to understand where people are coming from. Try to learn about the people that you're trying to access. You know what I'm saying? Go to your sound checks early. Don't go to your sound checks late and then say, oh, you know what I'm saying, respect me because you feel like you're big and people should respect you because you're big in Africa don't mean you're big here. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean that people are going to show you the same respect here. People have the artists that they love and respect here already. And if you're trying to come in to access these people, you got to move a certain way. You got to respect people. You know, the Joe Budden podcast talked about this.
Because again, I think you have to respect your audience because you can lose that audience.
Yeah.
And now you're going to be up here looking crazy when your show ain't selling. You can talk that shit right now because you selling out, but you want to treat your audience like you want to be a dickhead to your audience, they can leave.
Yep. Especially the broke ones. That's the thing. Like,
that's the thing.
This idea of,
That's
you know,
true,
fuck
yo.
the broke fans. If your stadium is filled, 90% of people that saved up to buy tickets to see you.
That's true.
Who've made a sacrifice to see you. And if
Yeah.
you say fuck them, you ain't gonna have no fans in the audience. It's disrespectful in general, but it's especially disrespectful to the people that make you you.
Yeah. Like all your fans ain't wealthy, my nigga.
Most of them not.
90,
Most of 'em.
high 90s, mid 90% of them are not what you would consider wealthy or unbroke.
Right.
Even
Right.
if that ain't a word.
I know what you
but
mean, yeah.
yeah,
Right.
like fam.
Because what's broke the Burna Boy? You know what I mean?
Man, listen.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Burna Boy's music, but he does seem to be a dick.
A dickhead in real life, yeah.
He said it the best. You know what I'm saying? He seems to be an asshole. He seems to have, kind of an attitude problem. So I don't know. I'm not judging him. It's just what I'm seeing. There's too much videos out there with him disrespecting fans. There's too much videos out there with him just being blatantly disrespectful and just saying the wrong things and saying anything. You know what I mean? So I hope they learn from this. And I see Burna Boy already starting to try to clean up this mess that he made. And hopefully that he can get back on good terms with the people. But for now, he seems to not care. But he is the front runner for the AfroBeat movement. So he needs to get it together. And the next generation just got to learn that this kind of behavior is not going to work. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. I'm Dagger, a.k.a. Red Robe. Tapping out one time. Peace and one love. Enjoy your weekend, man. If you enjoyed this video, I have a lot more content. You can click on the video that's gonna pop up, or you could just click on my channel icon and you could find a lot of videos that go back 5 years. So if you want to go back 5 years and check out all my videos, you can. Right? Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if this content brought you any kind of joy. Peace, one love.